lemon pound cake. Man, I've watched my grandmother make this recipe over and over again. 7-Up pound cake. You're gonna love this recipe. Now my recipe, the cake comes out a little bit more fluffy, but if you like a more dense cake, all you have to do is add another egg. And we're gonna go through this recipe. You don't need a lot of things. I haven't put up a video in a while. Life's been crazy. I know you can attest to the same thing. So here we go. Mike's Delicious Dishes, lemon pound cake. It's gonna knock your socks off. I guess you can call it 7-Up pound cake. I call it lemon pound cake. But anyway, check it out. So basically what I will have here is I have a cup of butter, room temperature butter, unsalted. I have a half a cup of Crisco, butter flavored Crisco though. And then I took 3 cups of granulated sugar and I creamed my butter with that. In other words, I mixed it with the blender until it got creamy like this. Next, we're going to incorporate it. 5 eggs at room temperature, 1 at a time, and mix it in with our blender. And in a second, I'll show you what that looks like. Alright, so there we go. We got all 5 of our eggs beat in. Next, we're going to start adding in our extract. The importance of having room temperature eggs and room temperature butter is it keeps from the fats and the solids separating from each other, so you have a better cake. So next, we're going to add into our mixture our extracts. Alright, so what I have here is I got a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. I got a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of lemon extract, and I got a half a teaspoon of butter extract. We're going to pour that into our batter and mix it in. Another thing I want to mention is don't forget to scrape down the sides of your bowl. You want to get everything incorporated properly. So scrape down your bowl as you go and you mix so you can get everything incorporated well. Alright, so next we want the zest of 2 lemons. Look, here's my microplane. Hey guys, when you're zesting your lemon, you don't want to get down into the white too much. Just get the tip off of it. Just top of the skin off. Preferably organic, but if not organic, make sure you wash it. We're going to add in zest of 2 lemons in here. We're going to mix that up thoroughly. Okay? So we got to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour to our mixture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half of the mixture, which is a cup and a half, and I'm going to stir it in. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And then I'll add the rest of the mixture at the other cup and a half after that and blend it in together. Alright, so I then added the other second dose of flour into this batter. And we're going to go in with the juice of 2 lemons. And we're going to mix that up together real good. As you can see, this is a very thick batter. So now we're going to add the famous 7-Up. We got 1 cup of 7-Up going into this batter, okay? Very thick. Look at it on the mixer. It's still hanging up there. Now we're going to mix this in together slowly. Then we're going to put it into our greased and flour bundt pan. We're going to bake it in the oven about 350, 375 for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. So here we go. We got the cake out of the oven, the lemon pound cake. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to let it cool for a little while. What you want to do when you take it out of the oven, you want to let it sit for about 15 minutes in the pan on a cooling rack like the one you see here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a knife and just go around the edges of that cake. Then you're going to put another cooling rack on top and you're going to flip it over after 15 minutes. And your cake should come out fairly simple. You have to be careful how you stick your knife down there. You could cut your sides a little bit, like I did a little bit here, you'll see. But that's not a big deal. We're going to cover that with some icing. So we're going to have to let this cool for about 30 minutes to 1 hour. And then we're going to take and make us a 7-Up icing, which is nothing but confectionery sugar, powdered sugar, and about 2 tablespoons of 7-Up. We're going to mix it up, and we're going to drizzle that over the top in just a moment. So basically what I have is a half a cup of confectionery sugar and about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of 7-Up. And you just mix it up. and just mix. And you see it turns into our icing. And just keep mixing.
Why you hate, I'm still blessed, I'm still blessed. Haters play their part. If you mad at me, then you mad at God. You still wasting time, plotting, scheming to affect my shine. Trolling you.